So I'm going to do a little video of it right now so that.
Oh, so you're making the video? Oh,
Yeah,
great,
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Okay, good.
And then I'll send it to you. And I'll put it up in YouTube and send it to you.
Damn, I had a student write an essay. I've got this student that's this incredible writer. I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm encouraging her, but I don't know who to send her to. She's amazing. Okay, go
So
ahead.
you're in YouTube, you do your search for your video. So in this case, we did a search for Rembrandt. We found a specific video. We clicked on the video to look at the video. So this video, 14 minutes, let's say you want 5 minutes to 7 minutes. So the first step in the process is to create a playlist. And the way you create a playlist is by you click on this right here, this add to. Okay? So you click on that add to.
Everything you're doing now is being recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you do that add to, and what we want to do is create a new playlist. You already may have some playlists here, and you can add videos to that playlist. So one of the things, if you had found another Picasso video,
Yeah.
for example,
You could select that one.
you could select that one and trim that, and then have these 3 videos playing. But in this
Right.
case, we're going to start a new video. All right, I'm not going to type there. So I'm going to call it Rembrandt videos. Call it whatever you want. And you can make it public or private. Public means that everybody can see and find that playlist if you want. Private means that only those that have the link will be able to see it. So, again, intellectual property, it's up to you.
So I mean, for my classes, I do the private.
Yeah, so I would just choose private.
Yeah.
And create the playlist. So you've created the playlist. Cool. Again, the other thing, by the way, you have to be logged in to your Google account or into YouTube. Okay?
Yeah.
In order to do this. The next thing I'm going to do is choose the guide up here. Because now I have to go into the playlist to make edits to it. So I go up to the guide. The guide was, if I go back, just so you can see. Go back. YouTube. I go into the playlist. The guide is there's like 3 arrows here. So when I go into the playlist, I'll see my 2 playlists that I have, the Picasso one and the Rembrandt one. So what I want to do in this case is click on the Manage up here.
Okay, manage, yes.
And what I want to do, once I go and see my list of playlists, and I want to go to the Edit across from the playlist that I want to edit. So now what I want to do is choose this little icon right here. That's the one that will let me trim it. So if I can choose that, it brings up the video. Then I can just stop the video here. But it gives me a timeline down here with, I don't know what you call it, the thing here, but you can take this and just move it over and trim it. And when you let go, it'll show you the time there. So you can then see, okay, I want this to start at like 5 minutes is what I said, right? So about 5 minutes. And I want to trim it until 7 minutes. So I only want them to watch 2 minutes of this video. Let go of it, and then it should tell you, see right here.
Yeah.
So this is the only piece. Now, in a sense, the students could still see the whole thing when they get the video, because they'll see the whole video because it's not physically trimming the video. In other applications, we literally physically get rid of that piece and get rid of that piece because you don't own this video. It's literally kind of just saying, I'm going to specially make it start here and end here.
Yeah.
Which students won't care.
Yeah.
After that, you click. So that's how easy it is to trim it in the playlist.
So what you were saying is the trimming is the starting and the beginning.
Yeah.
Of that, wherever you want to make that.
And you save it, and it tells you. So this video is going to play starting at 5 minutes and 2 seconds and 2/10 of a second, and ending at 7 minutes and 2 seconds, and so on. You can put a description on here, which would be helpful for the students if you want, which is nice. You can allow others to embed, but it's going to be private, so it doesn't matter. But you can actually embed this into your Angel course too, instead of having a link to it for the students. But the link makes the only reason that you may not want the link is because when the students click on the link, it takes them out to YouTube, and they get to see all of the other crap that are on YouTube, and they can get distracted.
So would I use the HTML editor to embed?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay,
I'll show you that piece.
okay, great.
Now, one of the pieces that I just discovered that I thought is pretty cool is this little thing that says introduction.
Yeah,
So, and I think that's a really nice idea because a playlist by itself doesn't necessarily mean anything. So I could just click on introduction here, and you can see I can just create, a text introduction. So if I just want to type,
yeah,
I could do that. But if I have a webcam,
right.
which is kind of nice to personalize it, I can now record a little introduction. So now I'm recording the introduction of this playlist of Rembrandt. I want you to watch, from 5 to 7 minutes, and I want you to be conscious of this part and that part and this part, so you can really explain what the student wants. You stop the recording and you upload it. And then YouTube will take care of all the stuff in the background with it. But that becomes part of the playlist, which means that will play first, then
Yeah,
the video will play. So after you have all of that, you just click Save.
and, okay, the beauty of the introduction is that you're telling them what they should be focusing on.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. You can tell them what to be focusing on.
Right.
Or
Why are you even watching this?
Right. Why are you watching this?
Yeah.
My expectations for what you should get out of it,
Yeah,
and so on. Because we made it private, you're going to have this little message, which doesn't really matter because we want to keep it private in there. All right. So that's your playlist. That's it. If you want to see what it looks like, you click Play All.
one other question, the webcam,
So now I'm recording the introduction of this playlist of Rembrandt. I want you to watch, 5 to 7 minutes, and I want you to be conscious of this part and that part and this part, so you can really explain what the student wants.
In trade. In any event,
So you see it came on, immediately went to the point that I wanted to, and it started to play. This is why you may not want to have the students come out to YouTube, because they get all this other stuff that gets distracted. You were going to ask something about the introduction?
no,
You-
I forgot what I was gonna ask.
With the webcam, but
Oh, the webcam.
you have a Mac,
I don't, yes.
You have an
it
embedded
has
camera.
It's automatic.
then it'll work.
Okay, that's,
It'll work.
I don't need that thing on
No.
top there. Okay,
So now, let me just show you how, so now you got it, you have to get it to the student. So again, let me go back. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the little guide. So if this is the first time you come in, you have to go to your playlist to get to share. So if you've gone out, you didn't do it immediately, you click on the playlist itself. Then you can go and stop it. Once you click on the playlist, you click share right here. You're going to have this embed. This is my recommendation. So you go to embed, it's going to give you some code. You copy that code, right click,
yeah,
and copy, control, or open
Right,
Apple.
yeah.
And now you go to your Angel course. All right? And then you go ahead and add content, and what we're going to add is a page. And the most important thing is choosing that icon, source,
okay,
and then you paste. And then we save. Ooh, that's not good. So now I'm recording the introduction of this playlist of Rembrandt. I want you to watch, 5 to 7 minutes, and I want you to be so the students, instead of students going out of Angel and going to YouTube, they're inside of Angel.
and that's a flawless transition going, it'll automatically throw.
Well, that wasn't flawless. That was a problem right there. It didn't go to the next video in the playlist. That wasn't as flawless as I thought.
Well, I'm sure there's.
That's because I didn't embed the playlist. That's sharing this specific video.
And so, again,
Let me go back to the
essential
playlist.
feature on all of this is the playlist.
View full playlist. That's
Yeah.
what I
And then
needed.
you have to make the selection within the playlist.
And then I click play all.
So now I'm recording.
and then I share. That's not doing what I did before. Let me pause.
Okay,
So one of the things we just discovered is that the playlist has to be public in order for the entire playlist to play. You can't share the playlist when it's private for some reason. You know, again, and so what I did here is I went ahead and made the playlist public, and then when I went to share, I was able to go to the embed code, and this code should, it looks like it has the playlist listed in it. You go through the same process that I went through before, but now,
So what Stephen wants.
yeah, say,
In trade. In any event, it's a projector themselves. He was also a virtuoso manipulator.
so it should
of
stop.
No one looked harder at the topography of a middle-aged island, the oiliness of a prosperous nose, the wateryness of
It's
the
7:02.
vitriol.
And it stopped. Now, one last thing you may want to do, which I don't know if you can. You notice at the end of this, they get a bunch of stuff up here. You never know what can show up. So, one of the things that you can do, and I don't think you can do it here. No, bummer. When it's an individual video, there is a checkbox to not show the ads after the video is over. That's not in this list, so, but that's okay. It's okay. So that's how you can take a piece of a video, trim it down, put an introduction, and then put it into your course.
okay, I have an appointment next week at the Apple Store.